Hey everyone, so Ulta's fall haul event starts today. Actually, the day that I'm filming this, it is September 22nd. I think this video will go up on September 23rd, but now through September 30th, there are a bunch of products discounted. I want to say over 1,000 products when I was scrolling through in all different categories: makeup, hair care, skincare, body care, nails, really everything. And this sale has been going on for at least a few years, maybe even longer, but typically it happens like a week after the 21 Days of Beauty. 21 Days of Beauty is great. I did grab a few things, but this sale is not like a flash sale style. So you can shop the sale once, like everything is on sale at the same time. So you can go online or go in store and place an order and get everything on one trip, which I think is really nice. Also, a lot of the drugstore and mid-range brands and just more affordable brands in general are on sale. So like 20, 30, 40% off a drugstore or affordably priced product is nice because you can typically get a lot of these products for under $10. While I was on Ulta's website this morning, just kind of scrolling through the sale, just getting ready to film today's video, I noticed they have a couple of deals right now. So there is a big point multiplier event happening. And if you do not take advantage of these, definitely look into it because Ulta has the best point system. Basically, you get like a point every time you spend $1, and then it increases as you move up in the tiers. But it's completely free to sign up, and then you can redeem your points for actual money off your order. I think 2,000 points is equivalent to like $125 off. There is a chart online, I'll put it for you on the screen. But right now, through the 25th, if you shop the sale and activate this in your account, you can get 2, 3, or 4 times the points on your order. Also, they have a 10% off coupon with the code FALL23 if you buy online and pick up in store. I don't know if it's going to apply to all of the products on sale. It might be worth trying, but if you are adding products to your cart that aren't on sale, make sure to use that because any extra added amount helps. So I like to film these videos to give you a heads up that there is a sale in case you need to restock some of your favorites or you want to try something new, and then just kind of break it down and share my top recommendations. I'll mainly focus on makeup and then I'll kind of gloss over the other categories as well. But if you want to see everything on sale, I'll put a link in the description box directly to the sale page so you can scroll through and check it out. The links in my description box are affiliate links, so if you shop through those, I do make a small commission. So thank you so much for supporting my channel. It means so much. But let's jump into it and we'll kick it off with makeup. Now, I will say a lot of these deals are kind of repetitive if you did shop during the spring, but if some of your favorite brands are on sale or you need to restock some of your favorites, it might be worth taking a look. The first thing I want to mention is that NYX is buy two, get one free. I haven't really seen NYX discounted for more than this over like the past 2 years. Ever since they really started going viral on TikTok, I feel like the brand doesn't go on sale quite as often. So if you want to restock some of your favorites, that's what I typically do during like the spring and fall haul events. This is usually as good as it gets. Although Black Friday is right around the corner, so maybe we'll see them actually discounted a little bit higher on their own website. So a couple of my top recommendations right now, the NYX Fat Oil Lip Drips are so good. I feel like this is the perfect everyday lip color for fall. It's very hydrating, very glossy, and because it has a little bit of stickiness to it, it just stays in place really well. There are some gorgeous shades. I'll put a few of my favorites on the screen for you. I also really like their Bare With Me concealer. This is a product that I think performs a little bit better on my skin during the fall season because it is more of a moisturizing formula. It's very smoothing and I feel like it does last on the skin pretty well. It's just a very comfortable formula and it looks really, really pretty. I've actually been wearing the This Is Milky gloss quite a bit lately. I do have a few shades. My favorite right now is Choco Latte Shake. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it for like the last 4 days. I feel like it is the perfect fall lip color. Underneath, I do have on a lip liner and like 2 different lipsticks because I could not decide what lip color to wear today. But in the end, I applied this on top because it's very smoothing, really glossy. It's pretty thick, but in a good way. Like it definitely gives your lips just a very beautiful, smooth finish. So I love these. Also, this one smells like chocolate, which is a nice touch. One last thing I want to mention, the Paradise Shock palette. This is so gorgeous. NYX recently relaunched, I don't know if they relaunched their palettes or they came out with some new palettes, and I feel like the formula has improved a lot since I last tried some of their eyeshadows. I think this color story is so pretty for fall. I did an entire video on my favorite palettes for fall, and this made the list because I just think it's fun. It has like beautiful, warm, intense shades, some greens, some neutrals. I'm going to do a full face of drugstore makeup, like a fall makeup look, and I'll make sure to use that palette in an upcoming video so you can see how it performs. Buy one, get one 50% off of ColourPop. The Super Shock shadows are the best. I'm wearing one today. I'm just wearing like a bronzer. No, I'm wearing the e.l.f. I Love You a Latte palette, just like the mid-toned brown shade from that palette in the crease. And then on top of that, I have a ColourPop Super Shock shadow. I think it's in La Mesa. That has been my favorite. It's so sparkly and it's just a really beautiful, like wet looking shadow. If you haven't tried their Super Shock shadows, they're so good. There are 25 different shades at Ulta, so they do have quite a few options. A lot of you have been recommending the Stone Cold Fox palette. I never tried this one. It is a larger palette, but it is mainly like cooler tones, some smoky shadows. Cooler toned palettes are kind of trending right now. I feel like a lot of brands are leaning more into neutrals and not necessarily like super intense warm neutrals like they used to. So if you're looking for a more affordable cool toned palette, that could be a good option. I kind of want to pick up their tinted moisturizer. That was a favorite of mine for a few years. And it's been a while since I tried it because I kind of wrote off skin tints and tinted moisturizers for a little while, but now I'm kind of into them again. I don't necessarily mind if my base products don't last all day, if they're more comfortable, if they look skin-like, and if they're easy to apply. I do have a full-on foundation on right now because we're going to the pumpkin patch later today, so I wanted my makeup to last all day. But I don't know, there's something about like a very healthy looking lighter coverage product that I am really enjoying, which I never thought I would say. I wanted to mention this because like I said, typically the products on sale are more like drugstore and affordable brands, but they're offering 50% off select minis from Tarte, Too Faced, and IT Cosmetics. There are 15 different products, and I think this is a pretty good deal because I mean, you have to take into account how much products you get for the price point. Sometimes minis are a great deal. Sometimes it might be worth spending a little extra to get the full size product, but it's 40% off the mini product. So if there is a brand or like a certain product from a brand that you want to try, maybe you've been like really interested in trying one of those mascaras, that might be worth taking advantage of just to add it onto your order. But maybe just kind of take a look to see if it is worth it for how much you get, because sometimes minis aren't a great deal. Sometimes they are, it just depends. But I did want to point that out. 30% off the CoverGirl Clean Fresh collection. There are a lot of products I love from their Clean Fresh line. That is like what has redeemed CoverGirl for me, because for a long time I was trying products from the brand and I wasn't necessarily loving them. But pretty much anytime I try something from their Clean Fresh collection, I do enjoy it. I think my favorite product from the line would be the Yummy Glosses. They do have a newer collection called the Daylight Collection. I think I talked about these in like a speed reviews video. The new collection, based on the photos, looks like it's more pigmented overall because the original line is very, very sheer. And they do have more pigment than the original line, but not by a ton. Like they're still more subtle on the lips. But I think there are some pretty shades in the Daylight collection that would be good for fall. Just keep in mind that they might look a little bit lighter on the lips than they do online. The eyeshadow quads are also great. They're on sale for $9.79 if you are looking for a more affordable option. Oh, the all over dewy tints. I feel like these do not get enough love. I think I tried them maybe like last spring for the first time, but I feel like the formula is so good for fall. It's basically like a serum type blush. It looks really dewy, very healthy, just very glowy on the skin. It's not necessarily the type of product that is going to last all day long, although during the fall and the winter, it probably will last a little bit longer if you're not in like a warm area. But I love the fact that it looks so glowy, so pretty. It's easy to apply. Okay, 30% off select face products from Essence, Milani, and Maybelline. It kind of seems like a bunch of random products are on sale, but maybe scroll through and see most of the products that are discounted are from Essence. And I love Essence as a whole, but their face products are so good. The Hello Good Stuff Primer is one of my favorites. It has like a watermelon scent. It leaves your skin looking glowy, feeling incredibly hydrated. That would be perfect for the fall and the winter. I also love their baked blushes. That is one of my top products of 2023. I wear them all the time. We were just out of town for like 2.5 weeks, and pretty much the only blush I wore when I was wearing makeup was the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush in like the peachy tone. I've also really been enjoying the Pure Nude highlighter. I feel like other than the Rare Beauty highlighters, I don't wear a lot of super intense highlighters day to day, and the Pure Nude highlighter is a little bit softer on the skin. There was like a time period where I wasn't as into it, but I feel like I don't know, I kind of appreciate like the more subtle look overall. So those are just a couple of my favorites that are discounted right now. 30% off Makeup Revolution. Of course, I have to recommend the Ultra Cream Bronzer. I just repurchased mine, so I don't plan on picking that one up, but it actually lasted me a really long time. I still have like a tiny bit left. Surprisingly, I did hit pan on it. Like I never thought in a million years I would use up a cream bronzer because I don't know, like Even though it makes sense to me that you would go through a cream faster, I just don't typically use creams enough to get through them very quickly. But that is my favorite cream bronzer. It is so, so good. I also really like their under eye primer. I just talked about this in a video. I did a video on like game-changing makeup products or beauty products as a whole, like products that actually, when you incorporate them into your routine, you see a difference, not just things that are like nice to use or the formulas are pleasant, like things that truly make a difference. I'll link that video below if you want to check it out. But I did mention this product. I'm using it today. And I mean, I use it most days. It really just leaves your under eyes looking so smooth. So if you have wrinkles or fine lines, it's a great option because it just creates like this very soft blurred barrier. So concealer does not crease as quickly or as badly. I've been thinking about picking up their Conceal and Define foundation again. That was a favorite of mine for such a long time. And then I gave it away. Like one of my cousins was over, I think. This was forever ago. And the shade matched her really well. So I just gave it to her and I never repurchased it. And that was forever ago. Like I don't even know, 2019 maybe even before that. So I kind of want to pick that up again because it's been a while since I had it. I Like Girls also 30% off. I wanted to recommend the Lemalicious lip glosses. These are so nice for fall. I think I tried them last summer for the first time and I really liked the formula during the fall. Usually I'm not a big fan of really pigmented lip glosses, and I don't know if all of these are super pigmented. The two that I tried were, but I think they also make it clear. It's like a very creamy lip gloss. It's somewhat similar to the NYX formula, but those definitely have more pigment than these. If you want something like a little bit thicker, something that's just has more pigment to it, this is a really nice formula. It feels really hydrating on the lips. I also really like their lip oils. Those are like the complete opposite. They're super sheer. They basically look clear on the lips, at least the shade that I tried, but those are great during the well, any time of the year, honestly. I did recently try their Artist Liquid Pen. It's their new liner. It's nice. It glides on super easily. If you are someone who has like textured eyelids and eyeliner tends to skip on your eyes, I think you'll like this formula because it just has like a very smooth, even glide. It's not necessarily the most like smudge proof, waterproof eyeliner I've ever tried, but it does stay in place well. Like the way that I test them is before I wash my face at night, like I'll usually just take some water on my finger and rub it, and that one does come off. But even with like my watery eyes, I usually don't have a problem by the end of the day. I want to mention this 30% off select flower beauty products. I don't know if this was supposed to be part of the sale because it's not advertised like on their main page. I just noticed that a lot of their products were discounted, or if it just kind of coincided with this sale. But you can get some of their products on sale for a discount right now, including their Lip and Cheek Gel Crush, which is like a cream blush in stick form. It's very glowy, very soft and subtle. It's not too pigmented, but it is like a nice subtle everyday shade or a nice subtle everyday formula. If you want something with more pigment, definitely go with the Blush Bomb Color Drops. Those are very saturated, so pretty. They have almost like a little bit of like an oily serum texture to them, but they look amazing on the skin. The Light Illusion Powder is very, very smoothing. It's a really good alternative to the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder at a fraction of the price, and it's discounted right now. And then, of course, the Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer, that is my favorite. The shade Sunrise has like a red tone to it, kind of like a, yeah, like a red undertone to it. So I think it's very flattering on the skin. I couldn't find mine today. Where is it? I just used it yesterday. So I ended up using a Rimmel London bronzer, which is nice, but that one's a little more orangey. Again, this wasn't advertised, but 30% off select About Face products. I really love their lip butters. I don't think I've heard a ton of people talk about these. I picked one up randomly when it was on sale last year, and it's basically like, how do I explain it? It's like a creamy, glossy lipstick. It's somewhat similar to like the Makeup by Mario lip serums, but they're more pigmented and they're a little bit thicker. So I feel like they stay in place better. They kind of lean more like lipstick lip gloss hybrid, but they're very, very hydrating, so glossy and gorgeous. The Cheek Freak Blush Balm is on sale. That didn't work for me personally, but I feel like it has pretty good reviews. So if that's something that you're interested in trying, you can get it for a discount right now. Their Paint It Matte lip color is one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas. I don't wear liquid lipsticks super often, but when I do, that is a formula I reach for. Oh, and their Matte Fix lip pencil is one of my favorite lip liners. I did a video on my top 3 favorites from every category, and I did talk about those. Those are so good. And I think overall, they're pretty affordably priced, but obviously right now you can get them for 30% off. If you need some new brushes or sponges, Eco Tools and Real Techniques are both 30% off. They tend to include this deal in their sales fairly often, but honestly, it's a really good deal. I reach for Real Techniques brushes over a lot of my more expensive options. I always recommend their Everyday Essentials kit, but this is a really nice option to start with. Maybe you are looking to try their brushes or you feel like you could just use brushes overall. This has everything like a foundation brush, a blush brush, a powder brush, an eyeshadow brush. They also have a new line of nude brushes I'm curious about. This is the new Nudes Nothing But You face set on sale for $19.99. And then there is an eye set on sale for the same price. I kind of want to pick those up and try them out. Their Expert Face Brush is a really great foundation brush. I think that actually comes in the kit I mentioned, but that one is amazing if you do need a new foundation brush. You do not have to spend a ton of money. Like this outperforms a lot of my higher end brushes. And then my favorite blush brush ever for cream and liquid blushes is this one, the tapered cheek brush. I think I talked about this in a TikTok video, but I feel like brushes as a whole aren't something that like people talk about enough. I guess that's not true. Like I know a lot of people have their favorites and there are certain brands on YouTube that are super popular like Sigma, which I do like Sigma brushes, BK Beauty. I still haven't tried those. I need to pick some of those up. But again, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, you can't go wrong with Real Techniques. A couple of other random makeup categories, Tartan and Twine. I've never tried their products, but they have 30% off the entire brand. They have a ton of makeup bags on Ulta's website. I don't know if this is the only brand of makeup bag on their website, but they have options whether you need something like smaller for travel or something larger for travel to kind of organize your toiletries as well. Makeup bags can be strangely expensive. And I mean, maybe it's because they last a really long time. I don't know. I feel like the last time I was really like looking for a good makeup bag, they were a lot more affordable than they are now. So it might be nice to grab one for 30% off. But again, I can't personally speak for this brand because I haven't tried it. So maybe read through some reviews. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to highlight for makeup. Like I said, there are other deals happening as well. I'll kind of gloss over those a little bit more quickly because I haven't tried as many brands or as many products from the other categories as I have makeup. So for hair care, 30% off Hot Tools, the entire brand. So if you need some sort of hot tool and you like that brand, like a curling iron or a straightener, or like a certain blow dry brush, they do have a ton of different options. I think I always forget when their gorgeous hair event happens. Oh, okay, it looks like the gorgeous hair event is from October 1st through the 21st. Wait, is that right? Yeah, so right after the fall haul event is the gorgeous hair event. So you might want to wait when it comes to hair products, but I think usually when it comes to the gorgeous hair event, they focus on a lot of like higher end and luxury brands, whereas there are some more affordable brands on sale during this one. So if you need a new shampoo and conditioner, there's buy one, get one 50% off, almost 200 different options. Right now I'm using the Ava NYC Main Magic 10-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, and I really like that formula. It is incredibly moisturizing. If you have very easily weighed down hair, I don't know that I recommend that formula because I feel like sometimes when I use it, I didn't use it today, I used it, or no, did I use it yesterday? I used a different one yesterday. Normally when I do use that, I like to wear my hair straight, which I don't do on camera a lot because I feel like it really leaves my hair looking like very sleek, super smooth, but it kind of takes out like any, what's the word? Like any volume that my hair would naturally have on its own. But it is a very, very hydrating formula. Right now, I'm also using one from Hask, which is on sale as well. I'll put it for you on the screen. This one is also incredibly moisturizing, but I don't feel like it is quite as heavy on my hair. I think I said earlier we were out of town for like 2.5 weeks. We were at the beach and we were in the pool, and I feel like when that's the case, I always like to use like a very hydrating formula and I'm washing my hair more often. And that is what I exclusively used like while we were gone because I brought those formulas with me and I felt like my hair looked so smooth. It felt really hydrated. It wasn't affected by like the chlorine, the salt water, the wind, anything. So I'm really enjoying that formula too. I probably will grab something because I always like to grab like a new shampoo and conditioner when they are on sale. I didn't realize Not Your Mother's is cruelty free. I looked it up. I used to love this brand. Like one of my first YouTube videos was a like full review on a couple of their different products. And I feel like I don't even know if it's still up right now. It is still up on my channel. It's from 2013 and it kind of got a lot of views. Like for me, it got 144,000 views and I don't even know what I was reviewing at the time, but I really liked the brand. And then I guess I don't know if I forgot about them or they weren't cruelty free, but they are cruelty free. I looked it up. So I'm kind of curious to try some of their products again. There's also 30% off select hair oils and serums. One of my favorite products is the Cocoa and Eve Like a Virgin Miracle Hair Elixir. This is the best. I think I said this before, but like when I first tried that, I honestly felt like my hair felt brand new. I'll use it on its own. I'll mix it in with a hair mask. I used it on my toddler while we were gone because I didn't have a ton of hair products with me and his hair was getting a little bit dried out. And that just kind of left it feeling super soft. I'm almost out of my bottle. It lasted me a really long time. Like I've had that for definitely over a year, maybe even longer than that. So I am going to repurchase that product. And then 30% off select styling and finishing products. So again, there are like hundreds of products on sale. I can't really go through all of them because I haven't tried quite as many hair products. But if there is something you are interested in grabbing from one of those categories, there are some really good deals. I feel like the skincare sale isn't as good as it could be or as it has been in the past. In the past, I've really had the chance to like try a lot of different products from brands I've been curious about because there have been a ton of products on sale. But as I was scrolling through each category, there weren't like a ton of things I personally was super interested in. But if you do use more affordable skincare products or you want to try more affordable skincare, they're offering like 30% off pretty much every category. So select cleansers, select moisturizers, I think also some serums. Have you guys tried the brand Bioma? I feel like I've seen them pop up in a lot of videos that I've watched recently and just like on TikTok in general. I think I might pick up their moisturizing rich cream as we head into the colder weather. I'm usually wanting something a little bit more intense and I would love to find a really great affordable option. I do love a lot of affordable skincare brands. Garnier Micellar Water is my favorite. I am grabbing another one of those. I use the waterproof version. 25% off select lip care. So if you need a new go-to lip balm or a new lip oil, there are 100 different products on sale. Honestly, I don't think I've tried most of these. I mean, out of 100, how many could I have possibly tried? I do like the Province Beauty lip oil. It has bad reviews, but I actually really like it. It's very, very thin. I wouldn't say it is necessarily like the most hydrating lip oil I've ever tried. It doesn't provide like intense, long-lasting hydration, but it's very light. Like it gives your lips a very pretty glossy sheen. And I have like I forget what color it's called. It's kind of like a black cherry color. It's really, really pretty. 25% off makeup eraser. If you're a fan of makeup eraser, you can get the full size one for 15, but they also have like a few 7-day sets for under $20 where it comes with like 7 minis. And honestly, I feel like the minis are big enough. Like personally, I never use like the entire makeup eraser when I'm washing my face. So I think the minis are a great option. 25% off select lashes and serums. There are a ton of lashes on sale. I've been getting back into lashes. I feel like they're fun. I don't know. I go through phases where I hate applying them and then other phases where I really enjoy them. I recently tried the Kiss Impress Press-On Falsies. They're so interesting. Actually, I think I talked about them in an Ulta haul. You basically take them and apply them like where you would tight line, like under your lashes. And then you take the applicator and like clamp them in place and they stay in place well. I honestly don't think they stay in place as well as lashes that you actually glue on. But if you just want like a few, like on the outer edges, they're so quick to apply and they're really pretty, like very natural looking. So those have been kind of fun to play around with. I've heard good things about the Kiss Falscara as well. I was at Ulta the other day with my mom and I was like, oh, should I try those? Because they say those last for a few days. I don't know though, because do they last as you wash your face? I can't imagine they would, but I think there's something about the glue that like bonds them to your lashes, which I don't know if that's like the most ideal option either. But if you've tried that, let me know. I've also been enjoying the Ardell Naked 421s. I just wore those yesterday while I was filming and I feel like they look so fluttery, like they're so curly. Like when I wear those, I feel like they almost touch my brows. So they look a little weird at first, but at the same time, because they're so thin, they look kind of natural at the same time. So anyway, those are just a few of my favorite lashes. Let's finish up with some products under the body care category. So 50% off Ulta Beauty Collection candles and hand washes. I honestly like their candles. I think the one complaint that I typically hear is that, well, first of all, I hear that when they ship them, sometimes they arrive broken. That's something to keep in mind. That hasn't happened to me personally, but I think I've also heard that about like Bath and Body Works too. I've had people say the Ulta Beauty ones are not as intense as Bath and Body Works, but I think that can be a pro depending on how you feel about candles. Bath and Body Works candles are so intense. Like when I walk into someone's house and they're burning a Bath and Body Works candles, like it just hits you in the face. And I feel like I'm I'm not like sensitive to fragrance, but sometimes they can be a little bit much. So I almost prefer the Ulta Beauty ones because they are fragrance, but they're not as intense. And they're more affordable. These are on sale for $10. Also, the Ulta Beauty hand soaps are $3.50. They have the foaming ones, just like Bath and Body Works, but these are more affordable, and I feel like they honestly smell and feel the exact same. 40% off the Body Shop. I love their body butters. I love their hand creams. I always have one of their hand creams in my purse with me. And I mean, even if I don't bring a purse, I have one in my car. I have one in like my son's diaper bag because I feel like those just really come in handy, especially during the fall and the winter. I wanted to mention this because I see these everywhere. Have you guys tried the Touchland hand sanitizers? I almost picked one up when I was at Sephora the other day. I just saw it in the checkout line. It's so cute, but I don't know. Part of me refuses to pay that much for a hand sanitizer. They're normally 10, but they're going to be on sale for $7.50. I didn't even know Ulta had those. I know people like them because they're cute and aesthetically pleasing, and honestly, whatever's gonna do it for you. Like if you're gonna end up using hand sanitizer more often because you have something cute, then I say go for it. But I just wanted to point that out in case it is a brand you're into. There are also some other deals on like wellness products, hair removal, oral care, just a ton of different products on sale. So I always just recommend scrolling through yourself to see if there's anything that catches your eye. The last thing I want to mention is 30% off select nail products. I need your help. I don't know how many of you are still watching because we're at the end of the video, but if you do use press-on nails, what brand do you use? Especially if you use Kiss, because they have a ton of products on sale during this. And that's the brand that I see the most often on like Ulta's website or when I'm at the drugstore. I love static nails. That's what I pretty much exclusively use because my nail beds are pretty small and static nails actually fit really well on my nails. I like them because I think they look pretty natural. They stay in place well, but I would love to have like a go-to drugstore brand or style. Okay, that's everything I wanted to share in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to know if you plan on picking anything up, what kind of caught your eye, if you plan on restocking any of your go-to products, or if you have any recommendations, let me know. I love getting recommendations from you. Someone recently just DM'd me on Instagram. It was Lauren, and she told me about a sale happening at Amika because in a recent video I mentioned I love their overnight hair mask, and I was able to get one of my favorite products for 40% off, and then I bought something that she recommended as well. You guys give really good recommendations. I know it's my job on YouTube to try products and recommend products, but honestly, I take your recommendations into account all the time. So keep me posted if there's anything you recommend that I try out. But thanks again for watching. I will see you actually tomorrow with a new video. Bye.